Hello, Dr. Coker here, and this is a guide to the Great Gubal Library. This dungeon underwent some changes in patch 6.3, and this guide has been updated to include those changes. Please like and subscribe. I'm releasing guides for every story dungeon and trial in the game, so you always know what's coming. Let's get started. After a few trash pulls, the first boss is Demon Tome. Often in the fight, a dark line AoE marker will run down the middle, followed by two lines on the sides. It's not as visible as the standard orange ones, but if you keep an eye out, there's enough time to move away from the center, then back in to avoid damage. He will also cast Dark Blizzard 3, which will put an orange circular AoE marker players will need to avoid. This typically happens at the same time as the dark lines, but it isn't too difficult. He will sometimes cast Repel, which deals moderate unavoidable damage and knocks everyone back. Disclosure is a cast where the book closes and all players need to run to his other side and far to the other end. Just after this, he will whap anyone who didn't run across, then spin around, which smacks anyone who is too close. After this, the fight is basically the same as before, except now he will occasionally ice the floor, making you slide around when you move. The second boss is Byblos. He has an attack called Gale Cut that deals frontal damage with no marker. If you see it on his cast bar, you can simply step aside to avoid the damage. Head Down is an unavoidable line AoE that locks onto one player. For this one, there's no benefit in running far from the boss. The only thing to do is adjust your position so the line doesn't overlap with other players. Tail Swipe is one where he'll sometimes smack a player behind him. Just avoid his backside. Sometimes Byblos will go to the center and become invulnerable, spawning two adds. The adds will repeatedly cast line AoEs and they should be killed quickly. Once the adds are killed, orbs will tether to players and follow them. Take an orb to Byblos to break his invulnerability. Later in the fight, green gas clouds will spawn that don't do anything on their own, but they will break orbs if they cross their path. Players can disperse gas clouds to clear a path if needed by walking into them. They'll take light damage and a knockback. The third boss is the Everliving Bibliotaph. He will occasionally give a player an orange marker. Just move off to the edge until it wears off. It will drop a spark that will explode after some time, so you want it out of the way. With Void Call, 6 circles around the perimeter will have pink markers on them. Just walk over the marker to create a pink chain, which prevents an add from spawning. Later in the fight, 3 circles will have 2 pink markers each. Now, 2 players must stand on the circle to make the chain and prevent the add. After that, it will be 2 circles with 3 markers each. The healer and both DPS will all have to coordinate. If you don't make it in time, the add will spawn and blast annoying AoEs on the floor. Late in the fight, the boss will cast Deep Darkness, which is a massive donut AoE followed by a second AoE in the center. Just move to the center for the donut, then out of the center for the second AoE. And that's it for the Great Gubal Library. Good luck, thanks for watching, and see you next time.